All right, the recording has started, and this is the March 24th, 2020 Rook Community Meeting. And we will go ahead and start off as usual with a milestone checkup here. 1.2 patch releases, let's start with those first. So let's bring up the 1.2 project board. And we have a note here that we're planning to do a 1.2.7 by the end of the week here. Travis, do you want to talk about the issues that are in or fixes that are in the 1.2.7 release?
Yeah, we just had a CSI issue raised today, or there's a PR open for it. So someone was asking when we'd get it out. I think it's.
Is that this one here, the PV provisioning, or is that a?
No, it's a different one. It was preventing the resizer from working if you had a different image repository.
Oh, so it's not on the board?
It's missing in the board. I should tag that. Let's see. It was 5073 and
5073.
Now it's tagged.
Okay, there you go. And then you said there's a PR for it?
Yep. So just waiting for the CI to finish. There have been a couple other merges as well. Like there's one I fixed yesterday about the anti-affinity. If you've specified it in the cluster CR, it will be duplicated on the mon pods and cause the mons to restart if the operator restarts or starts another orchestration. That one, okay, I missed getting on the board too, but it's fixed and merged, backported and all that.
Awesome. Okay, so the end of the week is what we're targeting though.
Right, or maybe Thursday if nothing comes up, just to give it a couple more days.
Okay.
Before we do that.
Sounds great. And then we are coming up on feature freeze for 1.3 for the end of the week as well.
Right, and I was thinking if we just make Thursday sort of our let's feature freeze, let's get a 1.2.7 out, just kind of make that a release day.
Cool.
That gives us a whole week before we try and ship 1.3.
Right, yeah, because the actual release, we're intending to do that the following Thursday on April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Okay, any issues here on the board that we know aren't going to make it and probably shouldn't be in 1.3 anymore? Or we could do that cleanup offline?
I personally, I missed scrubbing those before this meeting, so we could do it separately. The one in the in progress column there, actually topology spread constraints. That one I think we should hold off on just because that feature in Kubernetes is still alpha in 1.17. In 1.17, it's going to be beta, supposedly.
1.18. You mean 1.18? Yeah.
1.18? Yeah, I think so. So actually we could, I mean, I think that's an important feature too. So maybe we could even leave it in 1.3 and consider getting it into a patch release when 1.18 is out.
Oh, I see.
So maybe I don't want to move that out, but it won't be a 1.3 blocker either.
Right, for the 1.3.0 release.
Right.
Got it. Cool. Makes sense. Seb or Blaine or Alexander, anything to add for 1.3 concerns with feature freeze on Thursday and intending to actually release a week the following Thursday?
I'm fine with that.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Right on.
Yeah, just a couple other thoughts. I mean, there's some things I definitely know. Well, we should make sure or be clear about the blockers. So, for example, Octopus just shipped yesterday. We've got integration tests failing on it. Just looks like some cleanup between the test suites for OSDs. But anyway, I want to figure that out and get Octopus fully supported for the release. I think that's the biggest one in my mind.
Sounds good. I saw on a upcoming Ceph release note there, I saw a tweet from Sage like a couple days ago about not having a cephalopod that starts with Q. So that will be an upcoming concern.
Since then, I've seen a lot of quotes on Quincy, or votes for Quincy. Quincy sounds good. A nice, short, simple name.
Quincy.
Which is apparently a name of something in SpongeBob, I think was the reference.
Oh, is that the
Oh, you mean Squidward?
etymology?
Do you mean Squidward? No. I think
I don't know.
Sage was
Maybe it was a
like,
different one.
maybe he could go for Squidward because of the Q at least being in the second character. No? Different? Okay. Oh, well.
That's not good
I don't
enough.
know. We'll see.
All right, cool. Sounds good then. So that's everything, I believe, for the upcoming releases and milestones. So we can move on to the community topics. Quick update on graduation. Everything in our hands, we believe, has been completed. And we confirmed that with Amy, one of our CNCF representatives there. So the next step and final step that we believe will be left for us is for our TOC sponsor, our Technical Oversight Committee sponsor, Saad Ali, to call an official vote on the TOC mailing list and have the formal vote happen there. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Amy said she was going to circle back with Saad and about that. But everything, all of our due diligence and our SIG recommendation for graduation and every single step there has been checked off and completed. So I think we are in good shape and there's not much else being asked from us right now. The TOC had a meeting on, I guess, last Tuesday, a week ago, and we did not have to present there because we have the recommendation from the SIG to approve our graduation. So I think we're just waiting for the vote here, and that's everything we got there. Travis, anything else from you on graduation?
Nope, just waiting impatiently.
Waiting impatiently, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Google Summer of Code program is in the application process or phase now. They are changing the dates a little bit with all of the coronavirus craziness going on right now. So the review process or phase of reviewing students' applications is going to be extended an extra week. So I just have the dates here. That so students can finish up their applications by the end of the month here. I think we have 2 students already interested in the our project for updating the NFS operator. And so yeah, we only have a single project that's out there for students to apply to. And then we'll need to review the proposals and request a slot with the CNCF organization that is our Google Summer of Code org that we participate with. And that needs to be done by April 20th. So quick update on that, not too much going on. Ashish and Rohan are 2 of the other mentors that are driving that proposal. So they'll be involved in selecting that and doing all those the steps there for the GSOC program.
And so all those issues are around NFS sort of bugs to fix, it looks like.
Yeah, like converting the operator to use the controller runtime implementation and a number of other improvements to NFS, but they're all around NFS, yeah.
Right. I think, as another idea to that, if someone were to start with basically a controller runtime conversion for, across the board for other operators that don't have an active contributor right now, that might be nice. But just
yeah, that I don't know if you can update the proposal projects during this phase here. I don't know if that's past the due date for that or not.
Right. So,
but I mean, that's something you can always. I mean, it's always a fluid thing though when you have the student when you're going through like the bonding period and defining the deliverables and stuff like that. You can always exactly. Agree on the scope then. So yep, that makes sense, Travis.
Focusing on one operator though might be good anyway. Just
yeah.
Focus.
We can talk. Yeah, we'll see what student we end
up
with, and we'll have a conversation with them. All right. So update for Go, new versions of Go.
Yeah, just a note on that. So this was a PR done by Maricho, I think is the GitHub name. And so we're on Go modules now. That it bumped us up to the client Go 1.17. I put a link there to make sure your VS Code is updated. It does take more CPU at least in my experience and Seb's experience, and even slowing things down quite a bit sometimes.
Are
so
you
if people have
successfully
tips on
using?
that.
Sorry, Travis. I thought you were done talking there about it. But are you successfully using the Go language server?
Well, let's see.
I
Did I
am.
set that to true? I'm
Yeah,
not
Did
I
you
sure.
say
could
that
not.
in
There's
mine?
like 3 different times I've tried to get that working, and it does
I'm-
not work at all for me. Like
Oh,
so I'm still
really?
using tools. Yeah, I
I'm
can.
using it.
Literally, it's so frustrating. I cannot get it to work.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
well-
Like, what steps exactly are you taking there?
All of them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, we don't need to rat hole on that, but I have not
Yeah.
been successful over the course of like 6 months. At 3 different times trying to use the language server, so I keep falling back to using tools.
Oh wow, okay, that's
Maybe
a
we
shame
can-
because super
working for
fast,
me.
really.
yeah.
It is changing a lot. Yeah, like the overall coding experience is like so much better with the language server.
That sucks. I can't get it to work, and nobody could figure it out either. That I was trying to help, get me to help, but get to help me with.
And if you want to take a look, we can take a look at together. Sure. Let's
Ooh.
try it one more time.
Cool,
Like for
cool.
me, it's working out perfectly fine. So
Awesome.
Jared,
Alright.
do you still code though? I thought you were just a manager.
Sometimes I need to, navigate the code base. I'm more of a go to definition, find all references type of coder.
but that needs to work. If
That needs to work,
that
though.
doesn't
That's very correct.
ooh.
Well, now GitHub does it for you, so.
just use GitHub.
Right, who needs
Yeah.
money?
Seriously.
Travis, was there more on that topic, or do you want to move to the next one about the Helm
No,
channels?
that's about it. Yep,
Okay.
that's good.
So Helm channels, did we premature remove stable too early?
Yeah, it turns out
Oh.
it is still useful, unfortunately. So someone said this week, oh wait, where did the Helm charts go from 0.9? So we've got the new channels from 1.0 and newer, but for people who haven't upgraded from 0.9 yet, well, nobody said that they're on 0.8 and are not able to update to 0.9. Fortunately, nobody said that yet, but it's possible as well. So I'm wondering if I wanted to take a look at, I guess, that the what is it, the promote script that generates the Helm chart, and see if it's a simple thing to just push out the Helm chart from the 0.9 release. And I'm sure it'll need some makefile script change somewhere.
Well, I wonder what the retention policy is on that bucket. That if we can do an undelete on it, like in the S3 console.
That'd be really cool if you could look at that.
Yeah, let me put that on the top of my list because that's obviously time sensitive.
Right.
But not alpha, beta, just stable.
I think just stable would be fine.
Undelete stable folder from charts bucket.
I guess if somebody was using the other providers, or 0.8 would have needed the beta for the Ceph provider too. Maybe if you can find the restore option for those, maybe just undo all of them.
Okay. I will look for that right after this meeting and try to do that quickly. So let's.
That was less than a week ago, right? Maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty recently. Yeah.
So we may, if the policy is a week, if we're lucky, that would be cool.
Okay, I'll follow up on that right away.
Cool.
And then I'll let you know on Slack if that was unsuccessful or whatever the outcome is, so that we can try to run the build machinery to regenerate them or something if we have to.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
And
Yep, that's
then
all for that one.
okay. And then I just wanted to bring this up here because we mentioned it briefly in some discussion on some Slack channel. I don't remember which one it was. But the CNCF has a bunch of credits for AWS. And so I had opened up a service desk ticket with the CNCF to get us some of those sweet credits but unfortunately that they aren't able to just give credits to other accounts. You have to use the CNCF account for billing purposes to be able to access the credits. So we would have to move all of our existing EC2 servers that are instances that are running Jenkins, and all of our buckets, and all of our policies, and infrastructure configuration, etc., over to the CNCF account, which seems kind of like a big headache, would probably cause downtime or issues or effort or something that didn't seem like a really super critical thing to do. I think what is the billing is what, like $500 a month, right, Travis? When we looked at it last.
Like
So, I mean, it doesn't seem like that was something that we really needed to take on. So I think we'll maybe just continue spending the money instead of trying to uproot our entire AWS account into another one. So unless somebody has strong objections to that.
We basically did that last summer, right? Or was it the summer before?
No, last summer, I think it was.
Right. And it's unfortunate we'd have to do it again.
Yeah. So
I'm happy to leave it.
Okay. Already. Yeah, and the CNCF, by the way, with Service Desk is like super responsive. For any issues you open there, Ihor and Chris and Amy, they all respond basically day of, like same business day. So the CNCF Service Desk has been really, really good, I think.
Nice.
Okay. So stale issues, Travis, do you want to talk about that?
Yep. Just after our discussion last time, I created a label Keep Alive, which will cause the bot to skip closing old issues, in addition to the security and reliability labels, I believe. Yep, so that's active.
Yep, and that configuration is captured in the .github folder in like the stale.yaml file or something like that?
That's right. Yep.
Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, and then the dynamic database provisioning, that's one that I have flagged for follow-up still that I wanted to respond to, Travis. Sorry about that.
Yep. Left it there for you. I knew you'd be excited.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, cool. Were there any PRs or anything that needed to be brought up here?
None stood out to me for this group.
Okay, looks like we're moving along efficiently today. So as I mentioned, I will follow up on the restore Helm charts to try to restore the Helm chart folders. But then Travis, I do not understand what's going on with the info and security email addresses, because in the admin console, I have like allow anyone from any organization or external, people to join with an invite link, and it's still, forcing authentication through that domain. So I think that I read recently that the CNCF has one of the as part of the tooling that they support is some service for email distribution lists to be able to create one. So maybe we could abandon the lists, or not yet until we have new ones set up, but have
Move them over there.
get some new lists set up with the CNCF to host them there instead of what we've been trying to do with the Google groups.
That'd be good. By the way, have you tried sending them to anybody else? Like maybe if there's a Red Hat email restriction or something?
No, I think you're the only person I had sent an invite to.
Yeah, just curious. Well, I guess we also tried it to my live.com address. That didn't work last time.
Yeah, and I could test it too to like my own personal Gmail to see if that account could join.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it's been super annoying, as I like, oh, here's another configuration setting that maybe this is the one. It's like
Still
3
doesn't
different
work.
times or 4, it doesn't work. So, but yeah, that's something to follow up on too. At least in the meantime, though, the email lists aren't like broken. I am on both of them and would be getting any email coming into any of them. So they're not going into a black hole. We'll say that.
As long as
Okay.
you're getting them, and will
Yeah.
let us know.
Yep, I'll let you know.
What's
Are there?
I was just
Oh, yeah.
curious with the info email. Do you get emails on that sometimes? Just
Yeah,
curious what's
sometimes. Yeah,
useful.
I had forwarded one to you like in the last week or so about a interestingly enough, a security-related issue about the email address not having like a DMARC record set up so that you can
Oh, right.
that email address. So I included you on that. So yeah, emails are still coming in there.
Yeah, I saw that. They wanted to get paid for it too or something.
Yeah, oh, that's actually something to bring up. That's because we don't have an official
Like a bounty payments or something.
bug bounty program. Yeah, we don't have a bug bounty program, and I don't necessarily have a strong opinion about it. I think it's something that doesn't want to be done. You don't want to do lightly. That you don't want to like be like, oh cool, here's a bounty for something, and then that's because it sets a precedent. And you want to think that through, I think, pretty clearly and have it well defined, probably how you want to handle that stuff. So I don't know. Does anyone have opinions on bug bounty programs?
Well, as you said, you should.
I'm just curious what other projects do in like CNCF graduated projects. Like, do they have bounties or just?
I'm not sure, but the CNCF does have one of the tooling that they support, through their service desk and stuff like that, is a particular tool that helps with running bug bounty programs and distributing payments and stuff like that.
What were you gonna say, Alex?
Basically, well, it needs to be clearly defined, but also flexible in the end enough.
Yeah.
Like most things, at least I'm hearing from bug bounty programs, is either, yeah, I reported something which is severe on a different level than they see, and then the person wasn't paid because the company doesn't see it on their level or something. And what that, again, with the part of flexible enough to say, okay, yeah, this is a bad thing, and yeah, you have found it, here you go, so basically, so yeah, it just needs to be correctly defined in the end.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's something we could talk about too. I like the maintainers thread or channel more off if we want to discuss it more there. Okay. Were there any other topics that folks wanted to bring up here? All right. If there are no more topics, then I believe that we could adjourn for the week then.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you. See ya.
Have a good day, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.